All right, y'all. We got the king on the line right now, coming off of his URL battle versus Geechi Gotti. That battle was crazy. Check that out on YouTube, man. Show some love. We got the king, Stuey Newton, on the line. What's going on with you, fam?
Oh, man, cooling, man. Smoking this little bit of bud after the studio session, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely heard that. Appreciate you calling up, man, taking the time out, man.
Oh, man, you know, it's always love over here, you feel me? It's always love over here, man. Y'all niggas fuck with me, I'll fuck with y'all back, man. You already know what it is, man.
Facts, man. So, you know what I'm saying, just how we mentioned the whole entire Geechi Gotti battle, man, that battle's crazy. It's already done over 100,000 views. We done had the Champion crew with Jay Black talking about it. The Unbiased Reviewers talked about it. Angry Fan. Everybody has been talking about that battle, man. What's been the reaction on your end, though, since the battle's dropped?
You know, I love it all. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? Every battle ain't going to look like, you know what I'm saying, a clear win or, you know what I mean? You got to just take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of people got me losing, but to be 100% honest, I don't even give a shit because, you know, not saying that I can't take an L. Like, if the people feel like I lost, then I lost. I ain't going to get online and bitch and complain about it or not share the footage. You feel what I'm saying? That's still work regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still proud of it. You know what I mean? I'm still, you know, it to me, it's not a bad look. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I don't,
you know.
Yeah, I don't think it's an L, man, for you. I think it's a win for both. It's a win for both because it's a fire battle. You know what I mean?
But, you know, I just wanted to be clear that, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion. You know what I mean? So, you feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, it's always back to the drawing board. Like, I pride myself on my work ethic more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like bars. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you something. Cause I don't know how long Nico been following you, but let me ask you something. Okay, take me back, my nigga, your whole URL journey from the first PG. You know what I'm saying? From you first getting that call to you going to New York to you contemplating retirement to now getting this 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Classic on the West, bro. Like take me back. Like let the world know your rise, my nigga.
Man, like the shit's crazy. You feel me? Because the whole crazy thing about it was, in the first place, when I even got a URL, like for me, at that point, when I was supposed to be battling Logic in Vegas, that was a sink or swim situation for me. Like straight up and down because, you know, in Washington, shit's different with battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is a lot different, man. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been the same for a while. So, you know, like nobody really seen anybody from out here getting URL, King of the Dot, RBE, Don't Flop. Like that just didn't seem reasonable for us. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of shit going on at the time. Like, I had a newborn baby girl, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, man, I can't really be, you know, spending too much time doing this battle shit when on the side I'm selling beats and I'm selling studio time. I'm getting more money than anything, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of, and I'm not even, like, it just wasn't making sense. But KG hit me up out the blue, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know this. You feel me? I've been fucking with KG since he was doing the voice box battles when he was just a regular nigga, like real shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thankful that the nigga remembered me.
That's how I met KG, bro. I battled on the same card in 2012 with that nigga in the same situation, my nigga. But go ahead, continue.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, I'm thankful that, you feel me, when he got in a situation that he remembered me. You know what I'm saying? So he made sure to be like, boom, here's your shot. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right, cool. You know? I just kind of wrote that shit kind of nonchalantly, just like on some shit. Like, if they fuck with it, they fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? If not, I ain't even battle rapping no more. This is it for me. Because I already wasn't battle rapping. Boom, I did this shit. The shit was epic. You feel me? So I was like, damn, of course I had to rethink it. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, OG?
How you doing?
All right, man, you know, I'm over here doing this little interview real quick. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They's fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a situation like, you know, I got to keep going then. You know what I mean? They wanted me and Prof. Me and Prof go at it. That was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I get the call. All right, we going to New York. You feel me? That shit flopped. You know what I mean? So it kind of had me stagnant, kind of fucked me up for a little bit. So I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Then boom, I battled Dre Vicious in Oakland. Mind you, we battled at the end of the night. Damn near everybody left. Nobody really had no energy in the crowd left. On top of that, Smack decided to drop the shit during the motherfucking finals. So you feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that shit wasn't even getting. That's why the view count is so low on that. Cause this nigga dropped finals during the game. Like, nigga, ain't nobody gonna watch this shit over the game, my nigga.
Hey man,
you know
all them PGs from that event had bad releases, my nigga. Like, they had bad release comments for real, for some real shit.
Facts, because a lot of niggas ain't gonna get to see Young Cannon and Emerson Kennedy, and that's just sad. That's
nigga,
just
they dropped me and Grizz like right when everybody wanted to see niggas was begging for Nitty and Ill Will, I think. They dropped our shit. So nigga, we got all type of bad. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is these niggas? We want to see the. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy.
Right. And you know, niggas is going through that all the time. You feel me? That's why, like, to a degree, I look at the comments, but for the most part, I just be like, whatever. You feel me? I just use it all as ammunition. You know what I'm saying? And then
Fact.
you know, boom, I got the call to battle HA Double. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that was another big moment for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a son not too long before that. So you know, that battle, you know, it took a lot out of me. You feel me? For other reasons I was going through in real life. I had a lot of real life shit going on. I was just like, man, I don't think I could do this battle rap shit. Like, I was never the type of nigga to be like, oh, I blame the culture. It's just like, really, I got to be realistic with myself. I got other shit going on. I can't focus on this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the universe treated me well, and I got my shit taken care of. So, you know, I'm in a better position. And because I did everything the right way, you feel what I'm saying? Everything is happening the right way for me now. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, you got the battle with me and Geechi Gotti. This is like my most built-up battle of my career. Like, I battled bigger names and whatnot, but Geechi's the next big nigga coming out of the West. Facts. Niggas have to deal with that. That's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is my biggest battle to date. You feel what I'm saying? So my mentality was, I'm going in guns blazing. You know what I mean? And even though niggas say I took an L, at the end of the day, I couldn't be more proud of myself and what I did. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of niggas would crumble in my situation from a lot of battles that I've been through, having to keep a straight face and act like nothing but my little brother just got murdered and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of niggas don't know about certain shit. You feel what I'm saying? And me being by myself everywhere I go because everybody's kind of fucked up where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? So a lot of niggas don't know the type of heart that it even just takes to get through these situations and act like nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this shit is one hell of a journey, but, you know, I look at it like this, man. You got to take the good with the bad, though, straight up. That's the only way you really going to get it through. You got to, you know what I mean? Niggas say I took an L. Hey, nigga, I took an L. You know what I'm saying? I've been stabbed and all types of other shit. Being scared to say I lost for battle rap world is the least of my worries. You know what I mean? Because I can always improve and come back from any situation. You know what I mean? So, you know, niggas going to see.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. I definitely feel like with the battle, because I felt like Geechi had won. My thing was that with saying that Geechi won, it's kind of more or less what Capital was saying, where it's still a win for both of you, because I feel like that battle, even though we've already had the conversation here on the show where people have said they don't want to see any more West versus West battles, it doesn't mean anything. I feel like that's a more meaningful battle because at the time when you and him battled, Geechi was the hottest dude out here in the West. You're somebody who's been grinding for years, putting in work. And that battle was almost like the coming out party for both of y'all, where now a lot of people who weren't even trying to give you love before are giving you the proper love that you've been due for all them years of grinding. So I feel like now it's going to like catapult y'all into like another level where now y'all can go ahead and get those looks and get that proper respect to go ahead and promote and progress your careers.
Oh, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, you got niggas like Cal tuning in, and you know what I mean? Like, off of this battle, like, I've been talking shit to all types of battle rappers. Niggas just been coming at me, you know what I'm saying? From J-Phone, 100 Block, and Newborns, and, you know what I mean? Flosos, and, you know what I mean? Like, niggas is just, you know, they feel like they want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, even if niggas feel like it's an L or not, like it's never a bad look for me because I always fight and I make niggas fight. You know what I mean?
Nah,
and
that's a fact.
Niggas, I feel like I'm damn near Mr. Shake the Room because I literally be by myself battling niggas in their backyards, shaking the whole room. Like, nigga, you can't deny that type of shit. That type of shit is genuine reactions. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact. I definitely your rounds was definitely constructed very well. There's a lot of stuff that you were talking about, especially in your third round, that it hit me, and a lot of people didn't catch some of the references you were making. But if you're hip to the news and what's going on with our people and our news in particular, you understand a lot of the references that you were making in your round, which for me, I appreciated it because a lot of people won't be willing to say certain things. They might say, well, they're not going to be able to understand this. They won't get this. So they'll just sacrifice substance for trying to put a fire haymaker or trying to put more bars in there because they want to be more relatable to the people. But at the same time, you can't replace substance. Like, substance is something where it's like, in my opinion, it separates people in battle rap. Like, when you're willing to go ahead and talk about something, social issues, talk about what's going on in your community, and put that in a form of battle rap where people can hear it, take from it, you know what I'm saying, and then create more dialogue and create more ways to go ahead and solve some of those issues. So I definitely got to salute you for putting that in your round for real.
Man, I appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, that's who I do it for. I do it for the people that appreciate it because, you know, like, I'm an artist first at the end of the day. And if you listen to my music has a message. So I got to it, but like, man, I'm on the world's most respected stage. I got to use this platform to still put that message out there. So at the end of the day, that's really why I do this shit. I do this shit to get the message out there because a lot of people watch battle rap, and, you know, a lot of people like to expand their mind through battle rap. Well, let me try to expand your mind with some truth and some knowledge. Try to get you on some alternative thinking. You know what I mean? Because that's my whole line that I push in life, alternative thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So that's really who I do it for. I do it for the people that's listening for that because at the end of the day, I've been through real shit, and it doesn't feel right to me to be able to just give you all the guns without being able to give you the real shit too. You got to know the other side too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like, you know, I done lost family, friends, nigga really shed tears over this shit. So if I was just go out here and glorify, act like it's all pretty and cute, that's not real to me. You know what I mean? So I got to give you the other side, whether the majority of people's going to like it or not. Well, this is the truth. You don't got to like it, but guess what? When you still don't like it, it's still the truth. So you can not like it as long as you don't have to. It's still the truth.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I was going to ask you, because I know you're coming out of Washington, and a lot of people, I'll say like this, people in battle rap that are not from the Western region will not understand, like, the concept behind Washington, Oregon, Cali, and then also the other states like Arizona, Nevada, and all them other places, but specifically on the coastline. They don't understand how a lot of times California gets looked at as, okay, this is the West, this is the West Coast, and then when you get to Oregon and Washington, oh, it's something different. It's the Northwest now. And I feel like yourself, you're one of the people that's like, if you want to say bridging the gap, you know, there's others that are out there who are also putting in the work to go ahead and do that as well. We've had people before who have put in the work as well, coming from like the Oregon and places like that. But in your opinion and what you're trying to do, how has it been the journey of trying to get the recognition to the Northwest area, to the Washington, and to the people out there, while also at the same time now being a part of the Western Conference and having the West, you know, welcoming you and, you know, others out there a part of that? Like, how has that whole entire process and journey been for you?
I mean, it's definitely a tough one because, you know, like, you know, shit, like up here in Washington, it's tough because, you know, like, we are West Coast. You know what I mean? Like, we are West Coast because that's our whole culture. You know what I mean? Like, me, like, that's how I got the name Stuey, is because we was heavy on Mac Dre in the Thiz movement and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I got the name Stuey, because I'd be fucking getting Stuey, jumping on cars and all. When I said that shit to Dre Vicious, that was real life shit. You know what I'm saying? I went from dumping on cars and jumping on cars, bumping hyphy music, going stupid every day. Now I'm in Oakland, paying homage to how I got Stuey as a name. Like, that's real life shit. I went by something else that I was calling myself, but people was calling me Stuey because I embodied that to the first degree. You know what I mean? So we are West Coast because that's our influence like all day, but it's hard for us to individuality because, you know, a lot of us kind of cling to that instead of trying to build our own image and build our own face. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm not the typical Northwest Coast rapper because when you hear me, I don't want you to be able to just tell where I'm from. You know what I mean? I kind of want to hit you in a universal way. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely rough because, you know, we got like two sides. You got people that want to really cling to the Cali type lifestyle and cling to everything Cali, and you got the people that, you feel me, we fuck with Cali, but we got to be us though. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and then just that in itself kind of causes possibly a little bit division between us and Cali because it's like, oh, well, they're not down with us, and it's not like we're not trying to be down with niggas, but, you know, we just want to be our own entity without being looked at as niggas that's trying to imitate Cali. And I'm talking about more than battle rap, too, because, you know, in Washington, like, it's a lot more about music than battle rap out here. You know what I mean?
That's
so, you know, but that shit is through everything, though. You know what I mean? And, like, we really want to establish our own sound without being looked at like Cali's little homies, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because if you came out here right now, like I live in Tacoma, nigga, this shit look like Compton. Spinning blood and like niggas really think it's Cali out here. I be laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know, so it's just hard for us to, you know, get our own identity. You know what I'm saying? Because like even like I said in the beginning, I wasn't really sure about even saying West, so I was just keeping it Northwest because, you know, a lot of us are like, we don't know if Cali really fucks with us for real. Because a lot of these Cali niggas, these rap niggas, they come up here and they hit licks on us. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Not me in particular because I ain't having it from no nigga. But I know niggas that got sold verses from Nipsey Hussle that was on 2 other songs that he did and just little shit like that. You know what I mean? So niggas just be trying to figure it out. Like, you know, is it really all the way 100? Is it good? You feel what I'm saying? But that's why I was just happy that the West embraced me the way that they did. You know what I'm saying? But I still had to say what I said in my 3rd round against Geechi to make it clear. You feel me?
No, that's real shit. I definitely feel. And see, I'm a little different because I'm from Sacramento. So for me, I'm up north in California, and there's a divide between Northern California and Southern California anyway. Now, where I'm at, Sacramento was one of the only cities at the time back when gangbanging was first introduced, you know, late 70s, early 80s. We were the only city that really had gangs like that. So we had some of the same structure as L.A., Compton, Long Beach. We had that same structure here. Now, the Bay Area didn't really have gangs like that. They were more so territorial. It was different out there. You know what I'm saying? Then they have other places like the Stockton and other places like that had gangs and whatnot. But I always remember my family that was up north, they always used to out Oregon and Washington, in particular Washington. They always mentioned Washington, like, nah, it's real out here. Like, we got the same shit out here, but we get looked at differently. And I, you know, growing up, I always knew, okay, it's the West, but in the eyes of mainstream hip-hop and especially battle rap, you always seen, okay, there's a divide because they're not always brought up in the conversation when you're talking about the West. So I feel like now with people like yourself, in my opinion, it's all, I won't say like bridging the gap, but it's almost like you're like the catalyst right now for giving your region, or not your region, but your area, the proper representation while also telling the real story so the narrative doesn't get changed. Because a lot of times the narrative can get changed and people will forget and like, oh, no, they've always been this and we've never had, you know, disrespect towards us. It's like, nah, you got to make sure that the narrative is understood. This is what it was and this is where I'm coming from. So when you hear me make certain references, don't let it sound like I'm just talking reckless. This is some real shit I'm saying because this is where I come from. So I definitely salute you for that because, like I said, I have family out there.
That.
You know what I'm saying, that already, like, kind of, you know, put me up on game. And when you had mentioned Mac Dre, like, that's when I first heard about you. I heard about you, I actually heard your music, I think it was, before I actually heard you battling. This was some time ago. This had to have been.
See, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like,
maybe
That's what
maybe
I'm saying, 'cause,
4 or 5 years. Maybe earlier than that. Like it was a while ago when I heard about you. So when it came to battle rap, that's like when I started watching. I was like, oh, I'm already familiar. Like this dude nice. You know what I'm saying? So like dudes like when you mentioned Mac Dre, bro, Mac Dre was one of my partners, bro. Like I was really cool with Mac Dre. Like R.I.P. to the king. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy just seeing all of that because when I seen certain things, I'm like, I'm listening to him. It's like this dude right here. Okay, some of the references you would make, I'm like, people who not from here are not gonna catch this shit at all. People who not even from Northern California aren't gonna catch this shit at all because some of the shit you be saying, I'm like, hold on, that's the shit out here. Like, hold on, he's talking about us. Like that's fire to me. Like so, I always gotta salute you for, you know what I'm saying, putting on, just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying, real recognize real at all times, man. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, salute that for real. You know what I'm saying, man. This shit's been real, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I reflect on this shit, I be like, man, it's crazy to think that I did all that shit. You know what I mean? And you know, you just see people just like I'm just seeing like in the battle rap world, like when I make certain comments, niggas might reference my city, Federal Way. And to me, it's crazy because it's like, bro, niggas have no idea. Niggas had no idea of Federal Way. Like Federal Way is not in a major city whatsoever. This is a small ass town. You know what I'm saying? With a small population of feisty-ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I come from the most dangerous part. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. So, you know, just that people's actually looking at my city. Like, the other day I posted a video, you know, smokers was fighting and shit on, like, you know, it was on a street, 272nd Street in my city. You know, that's, like, one of the areas that's kind of hot. You know what I mean? You know, niggas out there getting beat up by smokers and shit. I'm like, damn, shit changed. But, you know, so many people's liking and commenting now, whereas, like, if I would have posted that 2-3 years ago, nobody would have gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's just crazy. Like, niggas is really tuning in.
For real, that's definitely a fact. But I want to ask you this because I seen this today, and I heard rumblings about it before, but you put it out there, so now I guess it's official. The Daylyt versus Stuey Newton, man, going down up north.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this battle, man? And are you ready to go ahead and show out against the King Daylyt?
I mean, shit. The way I look at it, you know, I gotta just jump in there and we're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a you know what I'm saying, put my tools together. You know, we gonna do what it do. You know, and you know, I just came off the battle with Geechi. I got a lot of learning to do. You know, this battle's not for another couple months, so you know what I'm saying. We definitely gonna see, man. We definitely gonna see. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope he comes to rap because, you know, at Traffic, we talked a little bit. You know, he told me some real shit. So I feel like he respects the craft and he respects what I do. So I hope he really come to rap. That's all I can really say. I feel like if he come to rap, this shit can be something crazy. But, you know, we going to see.
Okay. So of that card, Because looking at the totality of that, like, event, I'm pretty sure it's going to be some craziness popping off. I mean, I think I heard that even Charlie Clips is on this card. Like, there's been
that's a fact.
Talks about that. So, I mean, with all of that going on, like, is this for you guys out there in Washington and the Northwest in general, is this, like, I don't know what you want to say, like Summer Madness or something like. Is this like an event that you guys are trying to put out there where it's like, okay, this is our coming out party to just showcase all of our talent to the whole battle rap world?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you know it's our time. You know what I'm saying? It's our time, man. And you know we got niggas that's really been waiting for a chance to really kill. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you know the scene out here is a lot different. And, you know, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel through battle rap. So, you know, we finally got a chance to go up against some real guys. And, you know, we going to show out. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of other big names on this card, too. And, yeah, shit's going to get real, man. Shit's definitely going to get real. You know what I mean? So, I can't wait. You know what I mean? Even if I wasn't battling on this shit, I was going just because. You know what I mean? So, you know, and Daylyt showed the interest in battling me, so that's another reason why I feel like, you know, hopefully he really comes to rap. You know, this shit could be one for the ages, for real, man.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I definitely feel like just with those two names, with Daylyt and Clips, that's already like the attention's in it. There's gonna be a lot of attention on this right here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you have people have events, they maybe have one person. It's like, okay, we'll just pay attention to that one person's battle, and then we're gonna kind of like skip the rest of the card. Like this here is already starting off where you have multiple battles where people are gonna have to be watching this. Like you can't ignore this, and you're gonna be able to see the talent that's out that way. So I definitely feel like that's gonna be a great look for y'all, for real.
Oh yeah, man. We ain't gonna play with them, you know, because we know what time it is. You know, this is damn near a sink or swim situation. You know, you gotta execute for moments like this. You know what I mean? You can't drop the ball when it matters. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to still do that. So you know, we know what's on the line right here.
So I'm thinking like all y'all top niggas is all going up against like somebody with a name, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like the niggas who basically seem like they're ready for that right now. Niggas is just, you know, we gonna see what happens. You know, and that's really all we could do. You know, let's just see what happens. You know what I mean? You never know. You know what I'm
saying? Okay. So I want to ask you a question, and I want to ask this because it's been mentioned a few times. Geechi had made the commentary, and I think it was his second round, when he was talking about the whole black love, but then, you know what I'm saying, you're with somebody that's white. And people have been like on that because you know how, and we have to talk about it, in our community, the ignorance to certain things is very real. A lot of people feel one way about something, and if it's not that one way to them, they don't want to hear another side of the story, and they won't accept anything else. From your perspective, like when it comes to the whole conversation of black love or black empowerment, and then translating that into who you choose to be with, and you know what I'm saying, like things of that nature, like what would be like your stance on it? And like how do you feel like when it comes to like the interracial dating or people saying like it's wrong? Like what is your stance on that?
Man. All right, now we might get kind of into it with this one. You know what I'm saying? Because this one, you know, I definitely, you know, am strong rooted in how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
About to be a fight.
But this is really how I feel right now. You know what I'm saying? Like for one, like the first thing that just comes to my mind is, you know what I mean? I don't know what people think, but like having a white wife isn't a get out of jail free card. It isn't a police don't shoot me card. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not an anti-federal card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing that just comes to my mind. Like, okay, because my girl's white, then that means that I still ain't susceptible to the shit that a black man's susceptible to. That makes my struggle easier than the next
we get pulled over quicker. We get pulled over quicker with white women, bro. Quick fact.
Yes, because a lot of people don't like that shit. You know what I mean? But the way I see it is, when it comes down to the whole narrative of black love and whatnot, like, why wouldn't I promote black love? I mean, I got a black mom, black sister, you know what I mean? And then I got black kids, and this is where it gets deep because I got black kids, and I say that for two reasons. You know what I'm saying? For one, when you know scientific genetic makeup of black people, you know what I mean? When you get us in a situation where it's damn near like breeding, we can produce damn near every complexion that you see.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? White people can never get with somebody else and just make a straight up white baby. Two white people can't get together and make a black baby. They can't do it. So what happens is we're genetically dominant, whereas they're genetic recessive. So even though the skin is lighter, these black kids are predominantly black because the genetics are just we're dominant. Now, at the end of the day, my kids, you know what I'm saying, my youngest son about to be one in like the next week, But my daughter, she's almost 3. You feel me? My oldest is 9. If you ask them if they'll tell you they're black. They won't say they're half white. They won't say they're half black. They will tell you that they're black. They might say that they're mixed. But they will never tell you that they're half white or half black. They won't.
I'm a co-sign that because my 7-year-old, he's mixed. And I had to go up to the school because kids was like, no, you're white. And my son was like, nah, I'm black. I'm not white. But he knows he's mixed. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? It's you know, like, my kids know they're black for one. Now, when it comes to my woman, my wife, my queen, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of her skin tone or whatever, I've never been the type of person to be like, if you just go look at my history of women, I done had all types of women. So I've never been the type to be like, oh, I can't date this woman. I can't, you feel me? My wife has held me down in a lot of situations that I know other females would never do. She's real as fuck. And on top of that, she got the game. She knows the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, low key is hella funny. She sent me a rebuttal to Geechi Gotti saying that shit on Facebook Messenger, and it was fire. I was dying. You feel what I'm saying? My wife, she got bars and everything. You feel me? And it's not even that she tries to be black. You know, she loves black men. She loves me. You know what I mean? And she understands that she has black family, so she knows what she's into. You feel what I'm saying? So she gets into it with a lot of her white family because they have a lot of those traditional racist views about shit. You know what I'm saying? So she cuts them off because she's about what's right more than upholding white supremacy. She's not with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have to kill her and kill me for it, because if it came down to a race war and they're like, pick a side, or you white, she's going to come to the white side, or to the black side, excuse me. She'll come to the black side.
That's a fact.
I know she would. She's not going to stand for none of that shit. You know what I mean? And she's done certain shit for her community. You know what I mean? Like, she's a stand-up person. I can't look at her as a person like, because she's white, that automatically means she's evil or she's tainted, or I'm just a fucking coon just because she's white. Like, no, it's deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. And, you know, people like to make Black Panther references, but you gotta understand is the Panthers was saying all power to the people. And when they broke it down, they made it clear this means all power to all people. Black power to black people, white power to white people, all that shit. They broke all that shit down. And on top of that, they had a little group of white people working with them on the side called a Weather Underground. When this nigga Stuey Newton got locked up, they went to work. They went to the streets and fucked shit up. They put their marking on the paint. You know what I'm saying? They went hard in the thing. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to a degree we should just automatically treat all white people like our friends, because for the majority, the most part, yeah, white people are evil as fuck. Most of them know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like we'd be foolish to just say we can't trust any single white person, because there might be a white person that can do things for us and talk to certain people that we can never talk to.
Hey, shout out to my barcode nigga Prophecy, man. It's my brother right there, bro. My brother from another mother.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's like my nigga. That's like my bro too. Real shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's my nigga. He held me down. That's my nigga for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's foolish to look at it like, oh, because this person's white, I just automatically can't fuck with him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do that to a lot of white people that I see now. Like, if I don't know you, like, shit. You feel me? But my girl's the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just be looking at motherfuckers and can tell, yeah, they're hella fucking racist. She's white, so she knows. Even if it's somebody that come up and try to pretend like they're nice, she knows because she got racist family.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
See,
so I'm getting a different. It's like I look at this shit like it's a longevity thing. I'm not pushing interracial couples on anybody. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective,
right.
It's a longevity thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think in the long run, my nigga. You feel me? I mean, had the universe have planned it out for me a different way, I would be with a black woman, or let's keep it a stack, Asian, Mexican, whatever woman, and nobody wouldn't be saying nothing. If it was, you feel me? If it was anything but white. you wouldn't hear nothing about it.
Keep it real when it comes to, and this is something that I've noticed, which is black folks. If you are a black male and you're with a female who's light skinned, she's black and white, or she's black and something, or a light skinned black woman, they'll still say that you're not promoting black love because she's not heavily melanated. Which to me is another thing that kind of kills me, because it's like you got a lot of black folk get on colorism. For me, a little bit, not even a little bit, a lot, way too much. And that's some of the shit that I don't, myself personally, I don't get down with. Now, what I will say as far as the whole, like, black male being with a white woman, for me, and I've been vocal on this show saying it before, I don't feel like I ever could because of my background. One of my grandmothers that's from England, she grew up under her father, who was a white supremacist. He was damn near a Nazi. He thought black folks should be eradicated. And she's with a black male. Right? Not my biological grandpa, but somebody after my biological grandpa. And she has a lot of those views. Now, she denies it, but a lot of the stuff that she says is white supremacist views. And for me, I'm like, okay, I can't fuck with that. And for me, I understand how racism looks. I know how white supremacy operates because I grew up in a household where those views were being pushed in a covert way, to the point where I see a lot of my family who darker than me, but they act like a coon. They act like somebody who has no spine or has no pride in their melanin and their blackness. And for me, I just like, okay, I'm at a point where I can't tolerate that. So when it comes to me for dating somebody that's white, for me, it's like, it's hard because I don't know if I start seeing certain things, how I would be able to react to that or respond to that, just because I know how it is covertly. A lot of black folk think that racism has to be overt, nigger. It's like, no. There's a lot of covert things that happen that if you're not paying attention to it, they will practice their white supremacist views on you, and you would have no idea that that's what's being practiced. So for me, when it comes to dating white women, I always say for me, it would have to take an extraordinary one to get my attention for me to do that. Now, I don't hate on any black person dating interracially because at the end of the day, you have to do what's going to work best for you. This is all about economic empowerment. If you found somebody who's thorough enough, who's white, Mexican, whatever she is, if she's thorough enough and she's on board with empowerment, she's on board with promoting growth in the community, she's on board with getting our people into the best positions possible to build businesses, to get themselves knowledgeable about their history. If she's down for that, fuck with her. But if she's not, don't. And that's a case-by-case basis. So for me, I won't say all white folk are racist because they're not. But at the same time, what I always tell black folk is that you have to really vet somebody who's not black or doesn't consider themselves black, because a lot of times there's so much deep-rooted hatred for melanin and just seeing somebody darker, seeing somebody black. There's so much. It's subconscious. Like, they don't feel like they are, but subconsciously you can just look at their mannerisms, how they talk, how they dress. Like, you can just see it. It's just there. And it's such a psychological, it's like mental slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that in people.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, I always tell people, if you can find somebody who's thorough enough, I have no problem with interracial dating. Do whatever's going to make you happy. But make sure that that person is down for you and your people, because if they're not, you're always going to have and be at odds with them, because they'll be for their own, you'll be for your own. There's no way that you can actually build with that person, because if your goal is ultimately the empowerment of our own and getting our own out of this white supremacist system, then you have to have somebody who's on board with that, because you have to have somebody who's willing to build with you and not build apart from you. That makes sense.
Right. That's a fact.
Yeah. So yeah, my background on that is a little bit differently, just because of my upbringing. So I'm a little more aggressive with certain black folk when it comes to that, but at the same time, I always tell them, if that's what makes you happy, you can do that, because I know people who don't date black women that are still thorough in their community and putting in that work. and you can never question them at all. But it also comes to a point where people want to tell you who you should date, yet they'll go ahead and quote Malcolm X, they'll quote Farrakhan, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they'll quote all these people, but what do you think they are? So you're almost a walking contradiction to yourself because you're quoting all of these great teachers, all of these great men, but what are they? They're not what you would call 100% black, and if you feel like they are black, then how are you going to say that about the next one? Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, I could get so deep on this, man.
Yeah, no,
it's a lie.
You saying the exact truth. You know what I'm saying? You saying the exact truth. You know what I mean? Like what does that prove?
I wanna add something else to this, man. So, my background is black and Filipino. So with this said, as myself growing up in life, there's a lot of ethnic backgrounds that do not like black people at all. Okay? That goes for Mexicans, Latinos, Filipinos. Majority of Filipinos have that culture where no, you don't date black men. My mom told me if my grandmother's father was alive, my grandpa and my grandmother would never got married. They would have never been together. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. Sometimes I just don't understand, what people like. People just they wanna nitpick about every fucking little thing of other people's lives. You know what I mean? And majority of these motherfuckers, they don't have nobody. They can't even get a black girl to be in their life and hold them down. So motherfuckers need to stop knocking the next man who they have and who they with, and start worrying about your own. Because at the end of the day, Stewie's wife is holding it down for him, and that's all he gives a fuck about. He don't give a fuck about y'all shit. He don't give a fuck about y'all comments, what y'all think. No, none of that. Because at the end of the day, his white wife is showing improving every day. Just like E40 say, show improve. Yeah, that's a fact.
Hey,
yeah,
man, that's fact.
Man.
And that's really all it's about to me. Like, I don't care about who you go home with, who you lay down with. Like, that's not my concern. Like, it's just like you said, if she's real, then she's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of self-hatred within the black community. Like, I'm not pushing interracial dating on nobody. I don't want nobody to get that fucked up because I do believe in black love. I got a black mom and a black dad. You feel me? All my brothers and sisters is all black. I grew up with all black people. You know what I'm saying? And them black niggas that say shit like, oh, black women this, black women that, them niggas is stupid. Period.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? You can't. I don't allow no disrespect for black women. You feel what I'm saying? Even though that I feel like women in general are in a fucked up place, but with black women it hits me more because I'm black. So I can relate to certain things a little bit more with black women. You know what I mean? But
you know what though? To be honest,
that disrespecting the black women.
Hey, to be honest with you, on the real, I've been with every type of woman, every ethnic background, and they pretty much are the same, damn near.
Bro,
damn near,
I don't know if niggas be saying shit like, because, to be real, like, this is the first white woman I even took serious like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, she's a lot different from the ones that I've seen. I came up in Federal in Washington. You know what I mean? We got all types of people out here. We got white, Mexican, we got Samoan, Islander, we got Asian, we got everything, African, we got everything out here. You know what I'm saying? So, I've witnessed it myself.
Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Miss Media Mafia. Shout out to Kelly, man. Yeah,
facts.
Man.
You got natives. You got natives too. You see what I'm saying? Real shit. You got natives too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything out here. So I didn't see how they look at us from all types of angles. I came up in the Federal Way School District. That shit's hella racist. I done been through hella situations just off of racism alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, schools done changed policies just because of shit that I was doing, and I wasn't even, you feel me, just crazy shit, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
I know racism when I see. I've been going through that shit.
Yeah, what I always tell people when they want to know certain things, and this is something that I always recommend to people because a lot of times people don't like reading. So, like the book that I always read that opened my eyes up a lot when I was younger was The ISIS Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. That was like a must-read for anybody who's black or anybody in general, to be honest. But it breaks down racism, the psychology of racism, or why racism is even here. What is race? She broke it down in a way that I can't even describe. Like, it's broken down in explicit. And for those who don't like reading, I tell them watch the Hidden Colors series, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hidden Colors is the most successful black documentary film series ever. Like, it's outsold mainstream movie box office releases. And it's about our history, 100% accurate. It has all the great people on there. I mean, has Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Bill Valentine, Dr. Kava. I mean, it has so many people on there. Tariq Nasheed, you know what I'm saying? All these brothers and sisters who put in the work every single day for us, and they all came together and gave the information. Dr. Claude Anderson was on there breaking out economics. That brother's mind for economics is just out of this world. You know what I'm saying? I always recommend that stuff to people just because we could talk all day long about it, but people have to get it on there. They have to get the doses at their own pace. Like Malcolm X said, if you give the Negro too much information all at one time, they will reject it. You got to give them damn near a spoonful at a time, a teaspoon at a time. Don't force feed them all at once. Just let them take their time with it. They'll start asking questions because you have to understand their brain's been programmed for all those years, so you're not going to change their mind with just one conversation. It's a process. And that's just because we're psychologically broken people. You know, so I always recommend that to people to go ahead and watch. And,
it's just that the shit is so advanced now. It's been so many different angles and ways to get us, you know what I mean? And we, like, they just got us exactly where they want us. It's so many things against us, you know what I mean? Just little shit like that, niggas are scared to read. Niggas are scared to read because somehow stupid became cool for niggas. Niggas ain't supposed to be smart somehow. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What I mean? So,
hey, Stuey,
there's a lot. Yo.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let's say Smack calls you and say, "Hey, I have. You been on Born Legacy? I don't think you have you?
No, not yet.
I don't think so. So let's say he calls and say, "Hey, I got
coming
Born
soon.
Legacy. I want you on. Right, I want you on Born Legacy," and he gives you the option to pick. Who is that person?
Shit, man. To be real, I mean, just because everything that's going on, like this West Coast versus DMV shit, I want somebody like Ryder, Jack Boy, Glue Easy. I mean, Glue Easy not even DMV, but, you know, I want him. But, I mean, to be honest, all the way honest, though, I want Mike P because he said fuck the West. And, you know,
facts.
I got some choice words for him. You know what I mean? And plus, I got some shit that he think everybody forgot about, but I didn't even forget about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What happened to that nigga last night? Nico talking about he gonna have Glue Easy and them on the line. What the them niggas never called back up.
He said he was gonna call in today, so probably later on we might be able to get into that for real. But I ain't gonna lie, the Born Legacy stage is coming soon, man. Because I feel like, I'm being real, I feel like the battle with you and Geechi has garnered the attention. Like, you guys have gotten all the pub off of it as far as all the main bloggers and media outlets talking about it. You've already had the people are viewing it, obviously. Not the way they should be getting viewed, but it's getting the views. People are knowledgeable about who you guys are. So I feel like now it's going to be on, okay, what's that next look we see you in? That's going to be the one where it's like, okay, can you improve from even this battle? Can you, set it off in your next battle? So I definitely feel like Born Legacies and things of that nature are coming up in the future, most definitely.
Oh, yeah, man, that got to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. They want to see us on Born Legacy, so that got to happen. They'd be foolish not to, you know what I mean? Straight up.
That's what's up.
But let me ask you a question, kind of along the lines of what Capo was saying with the whole entire, if you had a choice for a Born Legacy, do you have a hit list? Like if you, like 3 people, it does not matter tier, it doesn't matter their name, nothing. If you 3 people, you could guarantee have that battle regardless of who they are. Who would those 3 people be?
Shit, I'll put it to you like this, man. To be Mike P, T-Top, and Tay-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Mike P because of what he said, you know what I mean? T-Top because I just feel like that's why I saved the best the haymaker for him when I battle Geechi, because I really want to battle him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people were saying that when my first PG came out, you know what I mean? And people were saying at that time they were saying they want to see it, but since then it kind of always had my interest. Like, I want that, you feel me? And Tay-Rock, to me, he's just the face of smack, you know what I mean? If you could take your chances with him, you got to.
Okay. I heard that. So, one more thing I want to ask you before I get up out of here. I want to know, because I know you have the Daylyt battle upcoming. That's going to be a crazy battle. But for the rest of this year and going into next year, what's next for Stuey Newton? Like, what are your plans now that you got this great battle, you're getting this look with Daylyt? Like, what's next for you? Like, what are your intentions for the rest of this year and going into next year?
Man, just for the rest of this year, just trying to put on great battles. You know what I mean? I just know that by the top of next year, I feel like if Born Legacy wasn't in the conversation, or if it wasn't a possibility, or being on certain big stages, I feel like if that's not a possibility, it should be by the top of next year. Because I got Daylyt, but on top of that, I got 4 more battles this year before it's over. You know what I'm saying? 2 of them is URL. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I plan on really putting in some real work. So when this year's all the way over, everybody's gonna look at, when they type in my name, they're gonna be like, damn, this nigga Stuey was working this year. He had started off with Woody, then he had Geechi, then he did URL, then he had Daylyt, then he did URL again, then he had, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, damn, okay, that nigga was working. We can't deny that this nigga needs another level of type of work, you know what I'm saying? But it's on me to make sure that I execute and I deliver. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the kitchen cooking constantly.
Facts. I heard that. Definitely looking forward to seeing everything that's going to transpire this year. Definitely looking forward to everybody else out there in Washington and Oregon, you know, everywhere that people consider Northwest. I'm looking forward to everybody getting those looks as well and showing out and just putting on for the entire Western Conference, because at the end of the day, regardless of how people feel outside of battle rap, when it comes to battle rap, this is the West. Like, we all in this fight together, because regardless of where you're located, it's still the West. Because to the East Coast, everybody who's not there is the West. To be real, that's how they look at it. So for me, it's like I'm not even going to go at it with y'all about who's more West than this or who represent. Like, no, we're all in this Western Conference together. We all putting on for the greater goal of getting the proper just due out here and getting everybody their proper exposure. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely salute you and what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And right now, King, I want to give you a chance to go ahead and do any shout-outs that you may have. Also plug us to everything that you have going on, battle-wise, musically, business. I'll let these next few minutes be all you, King.
Yeah, man, I'm going to try to make it short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, first and foremost, y'all can follow me on everything from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter at Why Won't Stuey Die. That's at WHYWONTSTUEYDIE. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop 2 back-to-back mixtapes in the summer called Pay Homage and Pay Homage 2. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got 4 other battles coming up this year. So just stay woke. You feel me? Just keep your eyes peeled open. I'm working.
That's a fact, man. Definitely, once again, I appreciate you just taking the time, man, and calling up. And we definitely going to get you back up here soon, man, probably around the time of that Daylyt battle. You know what I'm saying? Get you a recap of it and then talk about what's next for you at that point.
Yes, sir.